Welcome to the Barbie Life 2.0 podcast. I am very sick and tired, and I am on my period. But I am here filming the BS because unfortunately, even though we made a promise to leave the BS in 2023, here y'all go. But let's get into it. Welcome to the Barbie Life 2.0 podcast. I'm your host, Shakira, aka Barbie 2.0. And today we are going to get into a lot of things because it seems like this episode, we're going to be talking about just a lot of foolery that the Black community gets into, because my thing is, like, the Black community, y'all let too much shit slide from your own people and non-Black people. And I'm sick and tired, okay? It comes a time where we got to say enough. All right? It comes a time where we got to say, baby, what are we doing? But anyways, the first thing I want to talk about is Miss Netta. So I'm not going to lie, I don't know who Miss Netta is. I just know that this person is very viral on TikTok and had a fan base or still has one. And somebody decided to go on TikTok and put on foundation that was way darker than their skin shade so they could make fun of Miss Netta. And it was honestly so disgusting to see. But the most disgusting part about it was the responses from the Black community. Because my thing is, y'all are sitting up here making excuses for this person performing blackface. Y'all are sitting up here and acting like this person did no wrong and it was all just fun and jokes and ha kiki. But if a white person, okay, got up on video and put on brown foundation to imitate a Black person, you would be offended, right? But when a Black person who is a bit lighter than a dark-skinned person puts on foundation to imitate dark-skinned people, y'all make excuses for it. And this is why I say, like, I can't take y'all serious when you talk about racism so passionately, because you let shit like colorism slide so hard in our community. This right here is not acceptable. Okay? This is giving me Nina Simone and Zoe Salonda vibes. Let's start there. And we all were outraged when that shit happened. Remember? When Zoe had to put on a prosthetic nose and foundation that was like 4 shades darker than her skin tone just so she could play Nina Simone in a movie? That was outright colorist. That's a problem. And where y'all go wrong is thinking that Black people can't have internalized racist beliefs and perpetuate byproducts of racism onto other Black people. But putting on dark foundation so you could make fun of a dark-skinned person is most definitely blackface, and it's definitely colorist. You don't get an excuse or just get to do it because you're a Black person. Yes, you're Black, but you're not dark-skinned. And you're trying to imitate a dark-skinned person by putting on foundation that is way darker than your skin shade. And you're trying to make it a joke. That's not funny. No one's laughing. Okay? Y'all be doing shit for clicks and views all the time. And you don't actually use your brain cells before you get in front of the camera.
Clock it.
In my book, this person should lose their job. And this person should have been reported millions of times and should lose their account too. Because you're not about to sit up here and make fun of dark-skinned people. I don't care who Miss Netta is. I don't care if you don't like Miss Netta or whatever. I don't care. You're still being colorist. You don't get an excuse to be colorist just because you're Black. You don't get an excuse to be colorist because you don't like that dark-skinned person. You're still offending all the dark-skinned people out there who have nothing to do with what you're mad about. So if you don't like Miss Netta, take that shit up with God. But don't sit up here, get on camera, and put on foundation that is darker than your skin shade as a joke because you think it's funny. Because I promise you, we're not laughing.
Clock it.
We're not even laughing at you. We want to fight. Okay?
Clock it.
And speaking of the black community just letting so many things slide, the next thing that I want to get into is this blaccent bitch. Now, this Asian woman, and let me emphasize what I just said here. Asian woman, yes, she's not black.
Clock it.
She has been going on TikTok saying that she grew up in Atlanta or grew up around, Southern people, and she has an accent, but she just speaks in a blaccent. And for some reason, people in the black community, cough, cough, black men, because let's be real, black women are not entertaining this BS.
Clock it.
But cough, cough, black men are sitting up here giving this woman attention, reposting her, talking about she's allowed to come to the cookout now. Just because she talks like this.
Yes, I have an accent because I ain't from here. I was born in Thailand, and I grew up in Georgia for a decade. And then I fucking moved to Nebraska.
And what's funny to me is she don't even talk like that. It's been exposed that she actually talks like this, honey.
Welcome back, and if you don't know me, I go by Trey, and today I will be getting my LASIK eye surgery, so I'm really excited.
So my thing is, when y'all sit up here and make these non-black women viral for acting like the stereotypical black woman or speaking in a blaccent or just appropriating black culture, right? And y'all suddenly want to invite them to the cookout and all this BS. You don't feel stupid?
Clock it.
You don't feel stupid?
Clock it.
Because other communities don't do that with black people. Okay? Y'all sit up here and see this Asian girl eating soul food and y'all talking about she might as well come to the cookout. Do you see Asian people tell black people that they should come with them to their country because we're eating sushi? No.
Clock it.
Y'all are the only ones who want to welcome other people in our community so bad for doing the bare minimum.
Clock it.
Just because they're speaking in a blaccent or because they defend us, y'all be so quick. Oh yeah, bring her to the cookout. She has enough ass. Oh, she speaks in a blaccent. Oh, she likes black men. Bring her to the cookout. Y'all are weak.
Clock it.
And you need to get it together. Okay? Like, it's embarrassing. These people are making a mockery of you. Because I promise you, on any given day, none of these people would ever choose to be black. Full time. These people, these non-black women who get up on social media and try to perform some thing about them being black or being hood or having a blaccent, it's all for show. It's always for show because they know they're going to go viral for it because the black community makes them viral.
Clock it.
The black community gives it so much attention because y'all are so amused by other people of different races appropriating our culture or acting like the stereotypical black woman. Y'all want to see all black things on non-black people.
Clock it.
And they know that. I mean, recently, there was a girl, I did a video on this a while ago where there was this white girl on TikTok who got exposed by my friend Crystal Crave for literally wearing box braids because her marketing agency told her to do it because they said she would go viral for it. And y'all don't see the pattern of the bad babies and the woe Vickies. And now this girl, even woe Vicky, literally came out and was like, oh yeah, I only said that I was black on the internet because my friend said that I would go viral. Yeah. So just to let y'all know, they use you for clicks and views. They don't actually care about black people, and they would never actually be black on any given day. I promise you, these people don't go to work speaking in a blaccent. These people don't go up to their parents speaking in a blaccent. But y'all want to sit up here and make these people viral and invite them to the cookout because you find it so amusing. You're pathetic. Get it together. Gatekeep more. That's one thing the black community fails to do. Gatekeep more. And stop just allowing certain shit to slide. Like non-black people making a mockery of our culture. And doing weird shit like this. You saw the difference in how that girl talked. She went from a blaccent to, hi guys, I'm doing this. Oh, girl, what happened to I grew up in Atlanta? What happened to I grew up around black people? I'm a Southern girl. What happened to that? Stop making these people viral, period. Because y'all gonna piss me off. And it's too many of them who have come out and said that they only did that shit because they knew they were going to go viral and get a lot of views for it. So who do we have to blame? The black community.
Clock it.
And since we're on the subject right now of, the black community just being weak in their knees for non-black women, let's talk about this mixed child who was talking to his black father. And he was joking around with his dad and asking him why he's so black. And he actually told his father that he doesn't want to be as black as his dad. And this kid is young. Like, he's most definitely under 10. I mean, I'm not completely sure. I don't have a birth certificate. But, he looks like he's under 10 years old or under 15. And he's saying stuff like this to his black father. And his mother is white. Right. This don't sound like a familiar story to y'all. Because to me, I've always said this, but them mixed kids with white moms be coons.
Clock it.
Most of them. I'm not going to say all of them because I have met some who are right in the head, but most of them are not right in the head and need to go to a mental hospital. They be the biggest coons out there who let white people say the N-word and be colorist as hell, texturous as hell, and carry so much internalized racism. And that's my problem. I'm sorry, but white women and black men, they birth coon-ass, racist-ass children, period. You would never catch my son or daughter talking to me like that. Talking to me like, oh, I would never want to be as black as you. Why are you so black? And the dad is literally sitting there laughing with his child like it's a funny joke. And that's how I be knowing that a lot of y'all who be having these kids, these mixed kids, y'all be having them with black men who hate themselves. And you be internally racist as well.
Clock it.
A lot of y'all be fetishizing these black men, but you don't actually like black people. And you get with these insecure ass black men who don't even like themselves. And you have children with them. And then you birth coon ass, mixed ass children.
Clock it.
If you're going to have a black child, make sure you like black people. Make sure you're educated about our history. Don't come up here and have a black child with a black man. And then you got your child talking like this. Saying all this colorist stuff at a young age. Man's is not even 18 yet. And he already saying all this colorist stuff. So I got to side eye you, white mom. I got to side eye you, black dad. What are you doing? You guys look stupid and y'all are so embarrassing. Embarrassing. But, that's why you guys have the lowest marriage success rates.
Clock it.
Anyways, next thing I want to get into is Chrisean, Tamar, and Tony. Now, listen. I already said this before when we first covered the story. Chrisean is a child. I do not like this girl. I don't like how y'all make so many excuses for her. Y'all enable her toxic behavior all the time. And it's getting ridiculous at this point. But Tamar recently came out and she showed a video clip of her friend James Wright and his teeth being fucked up. And she showed the clip because so many people were gaslighting her and telling her that she was lying on Chrisean and she just wanted clout from Chrisean and this, that, and the third. And recently a video came out where they were doing a prayer and Chrisean literally walked in the middle of the prayer circle just to hold hands with Tamar and Tony. And Tony didn't want to hold hands with her. And a lot of people were hating on Tony for it and saying, oh, Tony, you're not a child of God. You don't really believe in God. How could you get mad at someone for wanting to join a prayer? And it's like, y'all don't really see through Chrisean's BS. They're in the middle of a prayer. And she walks all the way across the middle of the circle to hold hands with Tamar and Tony. Two of the people with the most clout in the room. Two of the people who are the most famous in the room. She could have prayed on the side. She could have joined the circle somewhere else. She decided to join the prayer circle where Tamar and Tony were. Who is the one clout chasing here? Because it don't sound like Tamar and Tony. And it's so disrespectful for y'all to sit up here and act like Tamar and Tony need clout from Chrisean's little ass. Chrisean, Miss, it's a vibe all the time. That's the only song we know from this girl. And we don't even like it. And y'all sitting up here acting like they need a clout from her.
Clock it.
Tony was not wrong. Okay. I'm not going to be holding hands with nobody that I don't really fuck with like that or I don't know like that. Especially when I'm talking to the Lord. Got me fucked up. She don't know Chrisean at all. Tony also has lupus. She's not about to be touching anybody just because. It was an intimate prayer with people that they knew. And Chrisean wanted to join in disrespectfully for a moment. And the fact that y'all don't see that she was trying to join in for a moment just shows that y'all are so clouded by this girl and her victim mindset that y'all can't see when she's wrong. She was clout chasing in that movement. She saw that there was a camera and she chose to walk in the middle of that prayer circle so she could stand next to the two people with the most clout for a moment. And it was disrespectful. And if I was Tony, I wouldn't have held her hand either. And y'all made Tamar so annoyed to the point where she had to show pictures and videos of her friend James Wright when he got punched in the mouth by Chrisean. And that was because y'all were gaslighting her and y'all kept fueling hate with the Tony thing. And now that y'all see that she wasn't lying, it's silence. What happened to Tamar was lying. What happened to Tamar just wanted clout. Now that y'all see the evidence and you see that he actually got punched by Chrisean, now it's silence? Oh, because now y'all have to take accountability for the fact that you've been enabling a child, a grown-ass baby. You've been enabling toxic, erratic behavior from a grown-ass baby.
Clock it.
I'm hoping that y'all leave Chrisean in 2023 because her behavior has always been unacceptable to me. Getting in fights with people just because you disagree with them as a grown-ass woman, that shit is not cute. And I hope y'all know, like, if you behave like Chrisean in real life, you are a bum.
Clock it.
Because nobody who has shit going for themselves is about to be out here getting in public fights with people over disagreements. People who actually are mature and emotionally equipped to actually have conversations with people that they disagree with, don't do that. People who have shit to lose, who have a job that they don't want to lose, who don't want to get charges pressed on them, those people, we don't be doing that. Fighting is bum bitch behavior, period. Can't tell me otherwise. It's bum bitch behavior. You have nothing to lose and you have nothing to strive for in life. All you strive for is drama and you hope that you could get clicks and views off of it. And that's it. That's a sad life to live. That's a very sad life to live. And you look pathetic. And of course, because Chrisean is a black woman, she indirectly makes all black women look pathetic. And y'all just enable her every single time. Well, now that Tamar put out that evidence of her friend being injured, I hope y'all can actually look deep within yourselves and understand that BS it can't fly no more. We got to stop allowing that BS to continue.
Clock it.
At some point, it's got to stop. Simple as that. And I can't believe y'all made that bitch famous. That's all. But that is the things that y'all will do to these light-skinned women. Because one thing about Chrisean, she is a light-skinned woman that y'all let her do a lot of shit that you would not let a dark-skinned woman do. If a dark-skinned woman was acting the same way as Chrisean and went up to Tamar's show and acted the way she did, y'all would not have let that slide. But y'all let light-skinned black women get away with a lot. And y'all let them get away with acting a damn fool and acting like the stereotype because it's comical or they're being real.
Clock it.
So the next thing I want to talk about is basically there were these beautiful black children, specifically girls, and they were listening to Sesy Redd's song. Well, it's Drake's song, but they were listening to Sesy Redd's part when she's like, bend that ass over, let that coochie breathe, shake that ass, bitch, hands on your knee, hands on your knees, hands on your knees, shake that ass for Drake, now shake that ass for me, bend that ass. Anyways, but so these young black queens were dancing to this song, and a lot of people were not happy about it because they were like, oh my God, this is what our kids listen to these days. This is horrible. Why'd y'all make Sesy Redd famous? Blah, blah, blah. And listen, I'm kind of indifferent about this because, one, I just don't like how y'all are calling out Sesy Redd when music like this has been going on for decades. Like, when I was a little kid, I was listening to My Neck, My Back, Lick My, and My Crack. I was listening to a lot of BS back in the day, okay? So when I was a little kid, we didn't have the best tunes either. So clearly this is a cultural thing that has been common for years. It's not a Sesy Redd thing. It's not like Sesy Redd came out and being extremely vulgar and she was the first person to do it. Like, it's been going on. And not too long ago, 6 years ago, y'all were bumping WAP. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass coochie. Yeah, y'all was listening to that up and down. Nobody had anything to say. But it was because your favorite non-black Latina was on the song. And I'm not saying I agree with everything Sesy Redd does. I don't. And I don't agree with the fact that she is getting the most media exposure out of all the dark-skinned girls in rap. I still think that dark-skinned girls in rap deserve more representation. And I think classy dark-skinned girls who don't necessarily represent the stereotypical black woman should also get the same amount of media exposure that Sesy Redd gets. But we all know how the black community is, and we know how colorist blogs are and how much they like to push dark-skinned girls fitting the stereotype more than dark-skinned girls who are not fitting the stereotype. So in that sense, I don't agree with everything that is behind Sesy Redd's brand in terms of dark-skinned girls and representation. However, what I do believe is that we shouldn't be blaming Sesy Redd all the time when we talk about women being vulgar and overtly sexual in music. And instead of us blaming Sesy Redd for hurting the youth and making inappropriate songs that the youth listens to, how about we just blame the culture as a whole and find a solution? Because even though, Sesy Redd's music is very vulgar and all this stuff, She's not the only rapper to do it, okay? And even when I was a kid, I was listening to rap music that was very vulgar, and it was talking about a lot of inappropriate things that I shouldn't have been listening to at a young age. So Sesy Redd is not the first, and she won't be the last until we actually find some solution for this. So I would say, instead of, getting mad at Sesy Redd and blaming her for the fact that these little girls were listening to her verse in a song, how about we, create a Black Kids Bop or something? So I don't know, something. Maybe, restrict your kids from social media so they don't listen to certain music. I don't know. I don't have a child, so I can't really tell you much. But what I can tell you is there's better solutions than just poking the blame at people. And since Sesy Redd is not the first woman to make vulgar rap music, and she's not the last, I think instead of us just blaming these rappers and poking at them, we should actually try to find a solution. You know what I mean? We can't keep complaining and then not having any solutions, and then there's a new Sesy Redd out every single year. You know what I mean? At that point, it's like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, we continuously complain about it, but then there's a new Sesy Redd every year. There's a new rapper who's making overtly vulgar and sexual music every single year. So it's like, at this point, we got to stop complaining and start making solutions. Maybe stop making certain people famous or making certain people viral. But the last thing I want to talk about is Miss Cardi B. Now, I don't regularly talk about this woman for a specific reason. I do not like her, and I don't know why any Black person would like her. She's colorist, and she calls Black people monkeys and roaches. So yeah, no, she's a no for me. She has been a no for me. But I had to cover this because I just been seeing the BS, and this is kind of just like, this is another thing that Black people just let slide because it's a non-Black preference. Like, this girl literally got on video and was screaming at her fans because they told her that she was back with Offset. And she was screaming at them, being rude as hell. And then we see her at the club with Offset. And this is my thing, okay? This is my thing. The woman y'all make Nicki Minaj out to be is really who Cardi B is. Y'all make Nicki Minaj out to be this huge ass bully who's a cokehead and emotionally unstable. But when you look at Cardi B and the behavior that she engages in, that girl fits that description perfectly. Like the shoe fits so hard. But the problem is, Cardi B is a non-Black woman. And one thing about the Black community, okay, y'all gonna let a non-Black woman who you find attractive do whatever the fuck she wants, while you sit up here and bash another Black woman for not doing half the shit that she has done. I mean, Cardi B literally paid 2 men to beat up 2 Black women. Y'all ain't say a thing. Y'all made it a whole aesthetic. Y'all were posting pictures of her court outfit like it was cute and it was aesthetically pleasing. She called dark-skinned women roaches. She called Black people monkeys. Y'all ain't care. She appropriates our culture. She fetishized Offset. Talking about I like to date men that are not my race because I like to learn about other cultures. Yeah, that was her. But y'all let all that shit slide because she's a non-Black woman who a lot of y'all find attractive. Some Black women want to be close in proximity to these non-Black preferences, and a lot of Black men want to fuck these non-Black preferences to the point where y'all will let them just do whatever the fuck they want, and y'all let anything slide. Because let me tell you something right now. If a Black woman was screaming at her fans like that, y'all would have canceled her. If Nicki Minaj was screaming at her fans like that, y'all would have labeled her everything in the book. Y'all would have called her a bitter woman. Y'all would have said she's a cokehead. Y'all would have said she's a bully. All of that shit. So, That's just funny to me. And now I'm just like, okay, was all this just a publicity stunt? Because why is all of this happening around the time that Nicki drops Pink Friday 2? Like, when she dropped on her first week, Cardi B and Offset had that whole argument where she was screaming on live and stuff, and it came out that like he was fucking Chrisean behind her back, all this stuff. And it's like, why is this all coming out now when Nicki drops her Pink Friday 2 album? And then recently, like, Cardi B was like copying Nicki Minaj's clothing style / hairstyle, and everybody wanted to act like it was nothing, and oh, like, she been had that jacket. Like, you mean to tell me if you went outside right now, this is how I know some of y'all have never been that girl before. Some of y'all have never been the it girl before, because y'all don't know what it's like to have somebody seriously be obsessed with you and copy you to the max just because they want to be you. You mean to tell me right now, if you went outside with a blonde wig and a white fur coat and you were this influential figure, right? And you take a picture in it, and a few days later, the girl who tried to take your career down, the girl who has beef with you for 6 years plus, gets up on social media and posts a video in the same exact look, and you mean to tell me you wouldn't side-eye it or think that girl was obsessed with you or trying to copy you? So now that all these events are adding up and piling up, I'm just like, I feel like Cardi B is super obsessed with Nicki Minaj, and 90% of the social media antics she does is to stay tied to Nicki and to take away any shine that Nicki has, because Nicki's success does mean Cardi B's downfall. It does. It does. It does. Cardi B built her career off of beefing with Nicki. Okay? Yes, she was known before. Yes, we remember her on Love and Hip Hop. But her beef with Nicki skyrocketed her career in levels that it wouldn't have been reaching before. Even when she got in a fight with Nicki Minaj at the Harper Bazaar's event, she got rewarded to be on the cover of their magazine. But y'all mean to tell me that woman's career didn't skyrocket off of beefing with Nicki? So she didn't get opportunities off of beefing with Nicki? We all know how it is. When you beef with Nicki, sometimes you get a lot of clout. But it only lasts so long. And now Cardi B released a song after all this. And this is why I really think it was a publicity stunt. Because you're doing it when Pink Friday 2 was coming out. Then you're screaming at your fans because they're saying that you're getting back with your husband. Then you're seen at the club. Partying with your husband. And then you're teasing a new song at the club. And you're in Miami the same time Nicki Minaj is in Miami. Like, that don't sound like obsession to you? Like, I'm not trying to reach because I'm a barb. Like, that sound obsessive as hell. And her releasing a new song and playing a snippet at the club after all these publicity stunts that she done did with Offset, it's pathetic to me. And that's how you know the talent don't ever speak for itself, and it never did. She needed drama behind her music to get support. She needed sympathy behind her music to get support. Let's be real. Her fan base is made up of Nicki haters. She doesn't actually have a genuine fan base that like her music. A lot of the people who like Cardi B just like her because of her personality. They don't actually fuck with her music like that. And she knows it. That's why she did all this shit with Offset, allegedly. To get some clout and some more traction behind her name before she releases a new song. And Karma did his thing, because, baby, it ain't make a damn noise.
Clock it.
It ain't make a damn noise. I was looking at... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we ain't hear nothing.
Clock it.
Nobody cared. we're still streaming Pink Friday 2. Because it's a big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you or you. Because we ain't twinning, ain't fraternal or identical. Honey. Okay? Thank you.
Clock it.
I don't believe her second album is going to sell. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. She also allegedly is now releasing her sophomore album in 2024. Which is more of a reason why I think this whole thing was like a publicity stunt to get a lot of traction behind her name. Because people were not checking for her music when she's been releasing over the past few years. I mean, seriously. Bongos was a flop. Nobody gave a fuck. And I'm sure her label realized that nobody gave a fuck. Because she had Megan on the song. And that was Megan's big return after the Tory case. So it was highly anticipated for them to do a song together, especially after WAP. And the fact that that flopped, her label was probably looking like, oh shit, $2 million music video? We ain't making that shit back. Damn, girl, you gotta find something to sell that music. And she said, you know what? I'm gonna make it drama in my relationship. Pathetic. Anyway, stream Pink Friday 2. But that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for subscribing. I want to say I love you guys so much. I've been trying so hard to like respond to comments, but now it's like it's a lot of you who are joining the Barbie gang, so it's hard, but just know that like I see all of your comments and I appreciate all of you so much for all of the support and all of you for subscribing. You guys are like my little family and I love you so much. Like I literally work so hard to make these videos for y'all. Like I'm literally on my period. I'm sick as hell and I came down here yet like this is not even like some of y'all might say I look good, but child, I'm sick and I'm a mess right now. But I came down here because I need to film for y'all because I love y'all and I missed y'all. But other than that, I hope you guys learned something from this video and learned that we need to gatekeep more as a Black community and stop letting these non-Black people just get away with anything. And stop birthing coon-ass, mixed-ass kids. Please. Thank you. But I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys had a great new year, and let's make 2024 the best year ever. But I will see you guys very soon. Love you guys so much. Besos.